The jungle, Kintargo, Kovlar. Everywhere the Triad has popped up, they have fallen. They won't win.
You're right. They'll never win. We've given them no quarter, forced them back into hiding at each turn, back into their holes. Where do they hide now?
Along the Golden Road. Coin may ensure their safety in items of time. No amount of gold will protect them from us.
Us. Together. Beating death, breaking curses, and always finding our way. We'll find them. And then they'll know it's over.
So run. Run all you like. There is no fortress, no keep that will protect you. No army or force that will stop us. No matter how long it takes, we will find you. And we will destroy you. We are the unforgotten. We are eternal.
Hello, and welcome to Penny for a Tale. Tonight, we are playing episode 58 of our Age of Ashes campaign. This is the beginning of Book 5, an episode I would like to call A Desolate Vision. But before we get into that, or the mess that our party has made, let's reintroduce our cast, starting above me with Daniel.
There's so many things to say about that intro you just gave me. For one, how dare you? The mess we made, the decisions you led us to, sir. Let's just put it out there like that. Anyway, guys, I'm Daniel. I'm playing Sailix Lavendil tonight, who is fucking out of his mind, and I can't wait to get into what we're doing next. It's going to be a great game. I've been looking forward to it all week, so hopefully you guys enjoy.
James.
Hi everybody, I'm James. Yeah, you can lead a Sailix to battle, but you can't make him slaughter. I guess. Yeah, I am playing Waldorf Skysteel again this evening. The Dwarven Cleric, now Goblin. So we'll see how that turns out. I think that I'm having a bit of an existential crisis at the moment, so this could be fun.
Yeah, of course. Jen.
Hi, I am Jen. I will be playing the Vesperin / Aaron this evening, who wasn't even supposed to be here, but, well, you know. So there's a little bit of drama, and you know, we'll see how that works out.
Yeah. And second to last, certainly not second to least, Mr. Smith.
Muted.
You're Mr. Muted.
I'm Mr.
I think the
Mute.
first person to talk while muted.
There you go.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta make a game out of that.
Hello, I am Mr. Smith. I'm playing Rune Ravenswood this evening, as always, who has had a very, very bad day. And is ready to just give the middle finger to this fucking dragon.
The dragon is Rune's dick, really, because it's not about the dragon. It's about the plaid-wearing game master that controls the dragon that the wizard's really trying to flip off here in this situation. Our show tonight is sponsored by Fantasy Grounds Unity. If you are looking for a virtual tabletop, if you've seen this show, I mean, you've seen us use it. It's fantastic. I can't think of a better virtual tabletop suite experience for Pathfinder 2nd edition, like at this time. And I know things change, but this is seriously extremely high quality stuff. Highly recommend it. If you're looking for virtual tabletop, go to fantasygrounds.com. We're also sponsored by The Only Sheet, which is an Excel-based character management tool. We use it in sessions for character planning and inventory management and stuff like that. Super neat, super cheap. Go to theonlysheet.com. Hit it. And then our music tonight is by Michael Gelfi and Rock Narden. Find links to their stuff in the show notes. They're on YouTube and Spotify, as well as Patreon. And then speaking of Patreon, we have maps provided by Che and Piku, as well as Seafoot Games. I don't think we'll be using enough tonight, but we've been using them. I've been using them at least for at least a year on this channel. It's extremely high quality. At least you're looking for a real top or some maps even to print out, you should check them out. There will be links to their stuff in the show notes as well. But I guess let's just get into the game, right? And really pick up where we left off. Some people first. Rune Raven was the first to head towards Breach Hill. In tow, Sailix, Waldorf, the Vesperin, Aghi Lavendil, son of Sailix, and I think that's it. You were sent here. You know what you see is not reality at face value, but you know that danger would lurk here. This isn't a dream, nor an illusion, but maybe a prophetic vision of some sort. One thing could be clear, it is danger. You're faced with a threat, a massive red dragon, it appears. Landing, he's toppled a water tower here in Monument Circle in Breach Hill to confront you. You each do have one hero point, and if you like, we can start the night with a bit of an initiative roll. I'm interested to see who's first in this situation. We have a Rune Ravenswood at 30 initiative.
Since
Yes.
I am all the way over there and behind that big thing, can I roll from stealth, or am I rolling for regular?
You can do a stealth check.
Now, before I roll, Sailix is very disinterested on everything that's happening right now. So he's not really gearing up to fight.
Yeah, you could do whatever you would like on your initiative turn.
Okay, so I'll roll.
But your initiative will be, yeah.
Makes sense.
Interesting. Yeah. Now let's get the initiative of the dragon. The dragon will go.
boy.
Well, that makes me sad.
Jesus.
I don't like it.
Shit.
Could be a great game, guys.
Did you just roll an
Absolutely.
8 and get a 45? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's
Where I
weird.
would
Dragons
like to
suddenly
mention-
they're like this force to be reckoned with.
This is where I would like to say
forced to be
that while
8
others
to
may
a
be cursing you, Ian, I just find you incredibly handsome, and like that hat is so great. What a statement!
It's not novel anymore. It won't work this time. I mean, it might. I don't know. Keep trying.
Listen, I'm
A
here
village.
for the views, man.
Oh yeah. And this vision of Dayhawk is here for destruction. But it's weird. You're like prey, like an injured bird to a dragon. It seems to be typical of them. Maybe that's their shortcoming. Intelligent as they are, is the first thing this dragon will do. Leap from the water tower and land just enough to close in and get to you. You can tell a favorite tactic for a dragon really is to just give that exhale along. You can feel it, the heat rising up from your ankles and blowing in your face as it gets close enough to greet you. And prepare. It makes a knowledge check on you, Rune, and we'll note that he did mention you by name, but next on
Sorry, I was
initiative,
heard of
unless
me.
anybody has a hero point to bank on it, it would be the Vesperin, a rogue. Between two players with shared initiative, it's determined between the two players, but in this situation, the Vesperin would break a tie as a rogue. I'll ask, what do you do?
Okay, so it is all the way over there and descending on my friends, right? Well,
Yes.
my friends I'm very angry with. Where is Varys in this? Like, is he over by me, or is he with their group too?
You notice he's on the bridge,
Okay.
making way into the city north, just avoiding the dragon at any cost.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go invisible and then move over. Try to move behind it. And I think that's all the actions I can take. So, like,
All right.
Just real quick, big thanks to Myth for all of the hero points.
yes.
Right, everybody just got a hero
Did
point.
we get a hero point pump?
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
What's that?
Beautiful.
Sailix. Sure. Everyone's got a hero point.
Everybody gets a hero point.
Sweet.
Myth just
Okay.
going all out.
All right.
Coming through.
Reinvigorated.
Thank
Let's
you,
play.
Sarah. I
Let's
love
play.
you.
You Can't Kill Me by Rock Narden. And I want to ask.
Let's not play that.
Let's not.
No, it's good. It's good.
Let's
It's good.
play like Happy Bunny.
No,
Fuzzy
it's good, it's
Kitten
good.
Time.
It's good. We're fine. You know,
Hugs for everyone.
just a
Yeah. Hugs,
fucking
not drugs.
echo of a dragon god down here. Fuck off.
Fine.
Porque no los dos. Hugs and drugs.
All right. Our goblin friend.
Oh,
Our
did
little
you need
wobbly.
to make another stealth check, Ian, or am I good? Also, I don't know.
Oh, that
why
would be
I
a stealth
can't-
check to move and remain stealthed. I've got you.
Yes.
Yeah, make a stealth check for me.
Okay.
Um,
I hope I don't suck.
Waldorf.
What's
What
up?
do you do?
I'm hero pointing that.
Oh,
Thank you,
one
Sarah.
already? Oh
Great
shit.
idea. Oh,
I am actually going to start by casting Divine Inspiration
I'm gonna use my
on
next
Rune.
one.
divine
You used
inspiration
two
on Rune.
already.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Divine Inspiration, you infuse a target
On
with
me?
spiritual energy, refreshing its magic.
Did you
If it
progressively just get
Prepare
worse?
spells.
No.
Yes.
It got incrementally better. 2, 5, 7.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just
I'm sorry, James. What
Wow.
what do I get to
Sorry.
benefit from here?
are you a spell preparer or a spontaneous caster?
Both.
Prepare.
Okay.
If you prepare
if it
spells, you
prepares
recover a
spells-
6th level. Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
And if you spontaneously cast, you recover one of your 6th level or lower spell slots. If you have a focus
Oh,
pool,
okay.
you regain your focus points as if you had refocused. And then I'm going to back slowly towards this water behind me. Kind of like over this way. And I do have
All right.
ranged, or what's it called? Where did it go? Reach spell. So I don't actually have to touch rune to cast a touch spell. So I cast it from where I am, and then I back away slowly.
So I get a 6th level slot back and 6 level or less spell back for my prepared side. Okay.
Perfect.
Good times.
And that is my turn.
This spell will be useful. Now, Rune, what do you do in response as this dragon approaches you, snout to snout?
Rin looks up at it and smiles. This has been a pretty terrible day. But if we're going to fight you, all of the Unforgotten should definitely be here for it. As his hands sort of snap together and one arm extends out to Sailix, as Sailix feels the gems and crystals under his skin begin to sort of ripple and grow, as one just sort of pops out and hovers between the two of them, a conduit of energy going between Rune and Sailix. Two more, similarly, exit Sailix's skin, causing no pain, just slight discomfort. Those two shift and position themselves between the Vesperin and Rune, as well as Waldorf and Rune. Conduits of energy going between Rune and the crystals and the other characters. As with his other hand, he extends outward. But the Unforgotten is not complete. At this time, we are missing very close friends and family. Next to Rune, maybe about 15 feet away, sort of from the ground up, a body begins to form and start of holding itself into place as ribbons of magical energy begin to circle around, building strong, muscular legs up to a very fit, cut waist, showing the dual axes in hand, before finally Aghi is pulled forth from everyone's memories,
Yes, bitch.
granting her a fight against this dragon. And holy shit, what the...
Aghi, let's describe what you look like as
let's
you're pulled
focus on the
here.
amazingness.
Yeah, so Aghi is actually wearing a black ball gown, lace through the top, and a slit that goes all the way up her side to her hip bone, just sort of looking like she had been dancing, except for the slight sort of shimmer all over her, that on sort of closer inspection is actually blood. And instead of those customary dual axes, two almost sword-like blades she is holding that sort of end in this wicked sort of hook made for tearing flesh. The shadows around her sort of seem to stretch towards her in a way almost reminiscent of how they used to move towards Sailix, but other than that, she seems much more confident, much more herself. even wearing this gown almost reminiscent of when she had posed as Balgora so long ago. But she's actually in mid-swing as she sort of stops, almost looking like she's dancing, and she looks around at everyone, clearly confused at why she's here.
Rune just looks at her. Aghi, sorry for interrupting your dance. We needed your help. Just blame the wizard. Everyone else does.
Wizard, I was doing very, very important work that you've interrupted.
I usually do. Please take the dragon as recompense.
She will move towards Rune very slowly, until she's almost flush against him. Maybe I'll just take you as recompense. Dear wizard.
Can I
Feel
chime
free,
in?
Aghi.
Sailix appears behind Aghi,
Yeah, you're
and
next.
a flaming hand grips the back of her throat. Hands off the wizard, orc. He's mine.
So, for a second, it seems like that confidence that she had just sort of flashes for a minute as she winces at that. Sailix?
Yeah. A very broken Sailix. May I remind everyone we have a gigantic dragon not 30 feet away.
Well, some of us didn't forget.
So if you want to kill me, Aghi, do it now. Otherwise, turn to your left. Pardon me, your right. Focus on the dragon.
Sailix comes to stand between both Aghi and Rune, and two actions. He close the distance with his extra move action, and then he casts Foresight on Rune, which allows target gains a +2 bonus to initiative rolls and isn't flat-footed against undetected. The target of the Foresight hostile. Sorry. So if he has to roll a saving throw, he gets to roll twice and use the better result.
Ooh. Okay.
Is that me?
What do you have left
Yeah.
for actions, Sailix?
I have one, which I will use to cast True Strike on myself. That's Sailix.
I feel like when Rune had said, if you're going to kill me, do it now, Aghi would have actually swung at him.
He won't move.
So we're on initiative for you. You can attack him now if you would like. You have 3 actions that you've been summoned if you choose to attack the wizard that did summon you. Absolutely be my guest. We're swinging. I'll roll. All right, axe in hand.
It's Kopesh.
Kopesh.
At a +28, a 44, unless you have
That's
an effect
crit.
I'm not aware of. That would be a critical. So we're looking at a knockback effect as well as a knockdown effect. It's double that. You're back 5 feet and prone with 19 plus 15 points of damage. The type we're looking at is slashing. So, Rune, you begin to bleed. Not a hemorrhaging wound, but you're knocked around a bit. Actually, 5 feet towards the dragon. You land right next to a stream of water that leads from the fountain to one of the water towers. Funnily enough, it's actually boiling from the presence of the dragon landing. This dragon does begin to laugh. Oh, yeah, I think you have 2 actions left.
Yeah, she just sort of looks down at Rune as he's lying in the dirt.
He's looking up at her. Just a bit of a smirk on his face.
Why are you smiling, wizard?
I expected no less.
It's the only warning you'll get. Don't summon me again. I was doing important work. Looks like you're just letting the city burn.
As I always do.
She sort of walks forward towards him and crouches down next to him. Have you even been trying to get rid of the Scarlet Triad?
We've been away. We lost track of them. And now we have this.
And what caused this?
The Hawk here decided to come back. There was a bit of an issue with the gates.
Issue.
Aye. You see, we are in a gate right now. This is not Breach Hill burning. This is simply what the Hawk wants us to see.
I'm gonna decide if I should kill you or not. Where's everyone else?
You're looking at them.
Yeah, Aghi will look around towards where everyone else is at. Yeah, where's Sailix then? If Rune's on the ground
Question,
bleeding.
where would Sailix be heading?
My character is not visible as a note.
This is true.
So,
You don't see the Vesper.
as Salix watched this, he kind of watched in abject horror for a moment. But now he's behind Aghi, and Leviathan is out. It's drawn back, and he's gonna swing.
So, that will be on your initiative. We're gonna give Rune
Right,
a
that's what I'm
chance to
saying.
act. Yeah. So we see that, and next on order would be the dragon. He, like a werewolf or a vampire that's feasted, seems to relish in the chaos between the heroes. And then with a crack, just looks out to a city not yet demolished. Fire, but not yet ash. That's a job incomplete, and with that, he takes to the sky a wave of searing heat in the air, sort of cloying, not a threat, but enough that you know what this thing is. He takes off into the sky. In a turn, he manages to cover a few hundred feet, heading north, spraying down on the city. You continue to hear now screams off in the distance. This dragon takes up and off. The size of an ancient dragon, to be sure. A red one. The tension is palpable, so I will continue on initiative order for what is occurring. Vesperin, you're not seen. You are invisible. You're next in turn order. What'd you do?
Okay. So, I guess my first question is, like, this... We still feel like this is not real, right? Like, or were we actually teleported to real Breach Hill? Like, where it's flying off into real sky to attack other real cities.
Well, that's sort of a problem, is you're sure, if you had to put a number, you'd sure that it is a vision, then it is not, but it's a weird game to play to find out you're wrong. So there's no true way of knowing. You feel like you were transported, but that could have been part of the fanfare, part of the effect.
Okay.
Screams are still chilling either way. But yeah, you're thinking it's probably a vision.
Okay. So, do I see what the party is doing, or is that thing in the way?
That's a low fountain. You'll have no trouble seeing them.
Alright, so the scene right now is Aghi over Rune with weapons drawn, and Sailix drawing on Aghi, right?
Yes. That's, yep.
Alright.
Yes.
I hate all of this. I love and hate all of you so much. Alright. So, I... think... Oh, okay. Wait, did I lose you guys? There?
No, you're there.
Oh,
We're here.
okay.
You were
broke
spread
up
My
for a
for a
computer
second.
just
but-
totally froze and locked out everything, and I got really scared.
Oof.
Okay. So, I would like to try to throw Gold Mantle so I can, like, land between Sailix and Aghi. To teleport.
Gold Mantle needs to strike a target. To shoot, maybe throw out a shoe. You could pin a foot against the stone and make a teleport. Or just
Can
embed
I
it in someone's
do-
chest.
I mean, like, Sailix's outfit is not that tight. So I feel like a pant leg is feasible.
Yeah,
Alright,
sure.
cool. Do I just roll a regular attack roll?
yes.
Okay. Hey.
Perfect. It hits
Okay.
for a snag.
Yeah, she's not looking to actually hurt him. It's just one of those, like, anime things. Of, like, the little...
Yep.
So, yeah, she's going to fly over there. And, you know... just basically look at Sailix with... You will shield your sword against my daughter right now.
Ooh.
And then she, like, will look at Aghi and Rune with just... None of us want to fucking be here. The sooner that we figure out how to get the fuck out, the sooner we can leave. So can we stop killing each other to figure that out?
Waldorf, you'd be next if you need to step in here. I know Vespa, you have at least an action or two left.
I will
I'm
hold
not
my
one to get
actions.
into the middle of a family squabble. I'm gonna stay out of it for now.
All right, but
And
I will
besides,
say, I
I'm a
will add, you
goblin. I
hear-
don't want to get within like striking range of Aghi, just in case nobody has clued her into the fact that that's Waldorf.
We don't have time.
I
to
might just
unpack
get
all of
punted.
that.
Yeah,
So-
we're a bit preoccupied. Oh god, he's a goblin!
yeah, south of this, south of where you
Yeah,
are,
yeah.
Waldorf, you hear screams. People panicking, bursting through the doors of the town hall. Some are aflame. The trees are all on fire or in embers at this point. It's total calamity. You can hear a city that is in absolute panic. If you wish, you can begin to assess that.
I think that sounds like an excellent plan. Seeing if there's anything that I can do to like put some of these fires out, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll have you moving.
He would genuinely be kind of shell shocked at the moment. I mean, he has changed race 4 times in 2 days, got pulled through Dreamgate, now has no idea what the hell is going on, and there's another dragon. Like, generally speaking, like, how long has it actually been since the last dragon? Like, realistically?
For you,
Well, for us.
that is
For you.
different than it is in the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For us,
So
it's
the
much
answer
shorter.
is,
Yeah.
it's complicated.
So,
I mean, for Sailix, it's been 20 years or something like that.
I haven't seen a
For
dragon in
Waldorf
84
and-
years.
yeah, like for Waldorf and Rune, it's been like, what, a couple of months?
Yeah.
Yeah, if that.
Like, how many dragons do you people like fucking find on a daily basis? Like, what
You'd
in
be
the world?
surprised.
I've never
Find out.
seen one before, and now I've seen 2. So yeah, no, Wobblin's freaking out just a little bit at the moment.
Rune,
So Rune
faced
will.
with what's happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Rune looks at Aghi. If you're finished threatening and posturing, I really think we should take care of a dragon. But it's your call. And his hands will slap down on the ground as he dimension doors to the dragon's head, on top of the dragon's head.
I thought the dragon flew off.
At 5th level, it's a 1 mile. It's 1 mile distance for a dimension door. So he is going to D-door to the
damn.
top of the dragon's head.
A mile. Shit.
Okay, Rune. Okay, Rune.
Okay.
With his final action, with his final action, looking down at the dragon, his hands will just sort of grip at the scales, and he will just give this primal scream as he will do Psychic Scream against the dragon. It is a basic will save.
Basic will save, Psychic Scream.
I have the effect ready. My effect should auto do the save, just so you know.
Oh. We can give it a shot, yeah, with your...
No attack is required. It's just the save. Let me try it this way. Yeah.
Oh no! I don't like those words together.
Yeah, so... I can make the will save.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't trigger a will save. That's weird.
Describe what you do here.
Oh, well. Not much, really. Like I said, he gives a primal scream, and there's just this wave of shadow energy that sort of pulses out from him. But at that critical of a save, nothing happens.
Whiffs off. You have any actions left? Now that you're on the head of this dragon. Okay. Before we get back to what happens there, Sailix, you are next on initiative order. Vesper's clipped you
I'm next.
to teleport. Warned you. Yeah, what do you do?
He's just kind of, as he watches Rune disappear, he's just like, no, 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 no. Stupid orc. Stupid wizard. So he kind of floats off the ground and starts, at a leisurely pace, hovering towards the area the dragon's at, just mumbling to himself as he's heading that direction, mumbling curses the whole time. Probably when he's about a good 20 feet away, or his full movement, first movement, he'll cast haste, and then take another full movement. So he will close a total of 70 feet, which Rune is way further away.
Yeah, you're a wizard, right? Dipping out. Yeah, Rune is quite a ways out there. Now, Aghi. You see Sailix head to Rune.
Yeah, just calling her orc. Aghi will just sort of look up as Sailix is sort of retreating after Rune, and just sort of shout after him. Is that all you've got to say to me?
He doesn't even turn around.
Yeah, she sort of looks around and doesn't even look at Vespa. And she will just start walking to where she thinks where the Citadel is.
The Citadel. Okay.
This has to deal
Well,
with
Aghi, in your
gates.
3 actions to move, Yeah, that's a few miles, minimally, to get there. You have to walk
Oh,
through
shoot.
this chaos, calamity, leave this city behind. And you start to see some of it as you push past. There is a god sort of standing about, observing the chaos and the calamity. And
There's
not
a
one you
goblin just
recognize.
watching.
I guess that's a way to put it. Is that how we would describe it? You have an action left for context, but
Ooh, me? I have an action left?
yeah. No, Augie has an action left, but what is
Oh, okay.
Waldorf doing right now?
Shaking. Kind of watching everybody head for the dragon, and I don't know. I do have armor, shield, and hammer, correct? Ian, I do have all of my gear and,
You
and
do.
whatnot,
You have
right?
you have all your equipment.
So Aghi might notice that this
Yeah.
little goblin is dressed exactly like Waldorf.
He probably doesn't remember how Dwarf dresses, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it would have been a
Okay.
while since they saw each other last. Yeah, no, Woblin is kind of stealing himself and getting ready to charge off after Sailix and Rune in the direction of the dragon, and is cursing mightily in a very tiny goblin-esque dwarven brogue.
I swear I can't take them anywhere. Just everywhere they go, it's just like nothing but death and dragons. And I swear to God, I swear to the gods, one of these days.
And he's just like stomping after them with his like, plops the helmet down and has the shield out and the hammer, and he's just like, if anything, the mannerisms are very Waldorf.
So, because I still have 2 held actions, but real fast, does Aghi look like she's going to murder Woblin?
So Augie
I don't even know if I know the answer to that question. Yeah, Sam.
starts
Well,
walking,
I mean,
just
again.
cursing.
Plasma's tits. I swear to
Yeah, because basically, I'm holding my actions if I need to break up that murder. So,
Yeah, so I guess what Vespa would see is Augie walking one direction, and then
okay.
Goblin cursing loudly, grabbing a shield and a hammer, and he's walking off, and so she just like immediately turns towards him.
Okay, alright. So, and Dorf hasn't moved yet, right?
Getting ready to, I think.
No.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
so Vess would be like, Dorf, get your head in the game.
Hey, where do you think it is?
About to be on the ground.
He's kind of not even reacting to Aghi being there, because he like, in his mind, it hasn't quite clicked that he's a goblin yet, so he's still thinking like, oh, she's an ally, she's not a threat. It might even do like a little like, hey, what's up? And as he like walks by.
I like your dress.
I think that's. Oh, now he's gonna die.
Alright, I'm gonna move closer then, or, well, I guess Dorf, you move, and then I'll move to flank you.
I'm not
So that's
entirely
probably
sure
all
which
my
way
move
I
actions. So,
What?
go.
What did you say, Sam?
oh, I am probably out of move actions.
Yeah, because I thought it was Dorf's
Oh.
turn.
No, this is Aghi.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
interaction.
okay,
It was 2 move
gotcha.
actions. Face him. Yeah, and we've decided not to murk the goblin. If that's what I'm gathering here.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah. All right. So Aghi, you have nothing left. Is that correct?
No, probably next turn. I mean, she has blades in hand and is stalking towards this goblin.
Okay. That's just reassuring.
Great.
Let's take it back, dragon. If our wizard is ready, I think the dragon is amused by this. The psychic attack bounced off of its men fortress. It'll move with you on its head. It's not ready to end you. It knows the power dynamic here. It's not right. It's not enough to destroy, not yet. He'll fly with you in tow, and then as a check for a grapple, will move to put you where you belong versus a DC versus your fortitude DC.
Oh yeah.
We have a critical success. You will be hurled towards Monument Circle once again, and the tree not far from the path of Sailix's ascent. But actually at this height, you have a lot of air to cover before you land. You would land at the end of your turn, but we aren't
reaction
there
to
yet.
Featherfall.
Okay. That'll do it. And you're brought to where you were. This dragon flies again many hundreds of feet away. Out and up and raining fire. Vespern, is your turn. A quick reminder, Varys did flee into the north wing of town, where this vision, this entity is now raining fire.
Okay. Let's see. Oh man, this is rough. Alright. I guess. Let me think.
You do see Rune descending, Sailix
Mhm.
ascending, and then of course Aghi closing in on Waldorf.
This is hard. Alright, so it's all the way up there.
Indeed.
I guess I'll try to find Varys, because maybe then we can get out of here. He's really smart and focused on being smart and not being really dumb. um, yeah. I guess let me do that. Oops. How far can I move? If I move actions?
I think you're at least 35 on movement.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know how to do the
What are you trying to do?
I just wanted to measure, but no, that doesn't work. To see how far it is to get there.
You're 30 feet from Aghi.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to try to get to that bridge. Or as close as you would as I can.
Oh, the bridge. Yes, I will get you as
'cause
close
you
as you
said the
can.
north, right?
3 actions. Yes, that is the direction that Varys is moving into.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Are we in a dash to save him? So 3 actions movement north towards Varys.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Excellent. I don't know if there is a telepathic bond anymore, but I
There's
think
not.
those would be your actions. Uh-oh. Hey, Waldorf.
Hey, what?
Aghi is behind you. Just checking in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. About that. I'm not really paying much attention to her, honestly. Just because he doesn't really see her as a threat. She's always been pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's go with dynamic. So like, oh well, you know, they're fighting amongst themselves. I'll just head this direction, and he's, you know, kind of turned his back to her. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Well, if everybody else is flying, I want to fly too.
You want to fly?
So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna
Flight
go
over,
with
right?
Divine Vessel and go
Okay.
big, and then take off into the air.
All right. And you take off. Now, Aghi, that is an attack of opportunity if you, for some reason, might get the sense that this dwarf is trying to run from you.
I mean, that's what it looks like to her.
Oh no.
Yeah, what do you do?
So I feel like as he's starting to take off, she just sort of lunges forward to close that distance. And will not slash him because she won't stab someone in the back, but she'll like grab his leg to like fling him back down onto the ground.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So that's going to be a fist attack because you do have knockback on your successful attack.
His voice is too
Oh.
cute.
It's a hit. Slam. Right on the ground. Oh, Waldorf. And with a crack, smack right into the floor. Aghi, you see Waldorf. The body just with a bunch of cracks.
Is he Waldorf or
Temples.
Woblin?
Assembling. No, it's Waldorf. Skysteel, the dwarf.
Oh!
To which that goblin
what the
bore
hell?
resemblance.
Plasma's pet skull.
And I am large now. Like it's a big Waldorf with divine
Yes.
vessel up. I have increased in size. So
Yeah.
She's strong. It's okay.
I believe you have an action or two left. What do you do?
It's still
me or
Dorf's turn,
Aghi?
right?
You, Dwarf.
I'll have to use my last action to stand up and brush myself off, and just like glare at Aghi. And then I then realize that I'm no longer a goblin, and get like the big, shit-eating grin. Oh, bless you, girl. Bless your heart. Thank you so much. And like almost go to give her a hug, and then realize that I might wind up bleeding if I do. Like,
Yeah.
thanks. I suppose.
You're just a goblin.
Okay, so
Hey, and yesterday I was an orc, and before that I was an elf. It's been a long story. Can we worry about the dragon now, please?
dragon is so far away that there's no conceivable way to really make it there without like teleportation. I want to ask though, Rune,
Very much.
you descend, Featherfall catches you, and you're in a glide. But Sailix, are you after your wizard?
I'm sorry, say one more time. You broke up.
Are you headed after your wizard?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's like
Okay.
following the
Yeah.
screams.
He's hardly screaming and he's hardly falling that. So you're more just meeting him in the sky as he makes a slow descent. Rune, go ahead.
Sailix,
Wizard.
whatever this is, it's not what it was before. This is more the god Dahak. It is too much for us.
Sailix clapped him on the cheek. I got one in the chamber for our god. And he boops his nose. So you take me to him, and I'll handle the nasty little dragon. Then we can get all about our merry little way back to the citadel.
Oh, Sailix, this is not your god to kill.
Who's to tell?
Me.
Well, I'm in a right, proper, fucked up mood right now, Rune. So it's either the dragon goes, or the orc goes. So you tell me which one dies today.
Sailix, that orc is your daughter.
I've raised a multitude of children, Rune. Never one has an orc crossed my care.
One of the many memories you chose to give up, to push away your pain as usual, Sailix.
Whatever fancy words you have to dial it up with, Rune, I'm okay with it. Dragon, orc, your choice. Take me to one of them.
She is a member of the Unforgotten, Sailix. She is our family.
At that, Sailix grabs Rune by the front of his robes and pulls him closer to him. He's like, "You are the only family I have, Rune. Everyone else out there, they're expendable."
Sailix. And he'll grab both sides of Sailix's head, sort of the mind meld points, particularly touching along crystals. My dear friend, you gave up so many memories trying to find your way home. Please take mine instead. And Rune is going to attempt to leverage the crystals to give Sailix the memories Rune has of the life he had, Sailix had with V and Aghi.
Oh no.
Salix.
How would that work? Is it just like visions that he sees, or is it like memories that come through?
Oh, so this is particularly interesting. So, Rune, particularly during that time, was jealous and envious are too strong, but he wanted to be a part of what they had. So he saw it as very idealized memories of the love that Sailix and V had, and how they tried to care for Aghi. What does carry over somewhat unintentionally is the outsiderness that Rune had during those years. But yeah, it's specifically those moments, those quiet moments, and they're seen from the eyes of almost a ghost watching over them as they fought and cared for each other through Tianzi. It's the pain that Rune heard from Sailix as Aghi was getting hurt by hysteria. It is quiet moments that Rune and V had where she expressed how much she cared for Sailix. And it is how much he wanted to help Sailix and Aghi be better than they were. And he just looks at Sailix, and he stares him straight in the eye. These are memories that I no longer need. But you, my friend, you, my brother, you, my dearest, need to remember who they were. We are the unforgotten. You cannot forget any of us. You are Sailix Lavendil, first and foremost, protector of the unforgotten. All of us.
With that, Sailix cups the side of Rune's face, and he kisses him gently, very gently. And as he pulls back, a moment of lucidity passes over Sailix's face. I don't want these memories, Rune. I gave them up because it's too painful to
I know
hold.
you did. Sailix. Family is always painful, my friend.
Leviathan snapped out to a scythe behind him. But Sailix starts to drift a little further apart from Rune. I'm the protector of the unforgotten. So let me do my job. I'll take care of Dahak.
Sailix, do you trust me?
Always.
This is not your god to kill. Dahak is an embodiment of hate, destruction, spite. These are the things that have poisoned the Unforgotten on this very day.
Sailix smiles to Rune. Then let him know that when I come for him, I'm coming because I love you all. And you will not die while I still draw breath. And with that, Sailix starts to blink rapidly around Rune before heading towards the dragon. His halo ignites as a beacon towards him. Get them out of here, Rune. I'll handle the rest. And
Rune, do you let him
Sailix
take
blinks
off?
off towards
Pop, 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 pop. Blinking about towards the dragon. Before we get a response from Aghi, Waldorf, and Rune, back to the chaos, the burning, the inferno. A rogue walks along the streets. Vesperin, you're searching for someone, is that correct?
Yes. I am trying to find Varys.
Let's make a survival check to track. See if we can find him. I mean, there is a multitude of people about.
Okay. Well, that's not great.
Well, then maybe this would be a good chance for some help from a friend. Are you invisible?
No, because I had to break the spell to help stop the fight between Sailix and Aghi. And I think I only get one charge a day, unless you upgraded it.
Yeah, so you do see Sailix ascend toward the dragon, following its path of destruction. But you see Rune as well. Rune, you might see the Vesperin. You certainly see the chaos. If she's not trying to hide from you, you would see her. I want to ask Rune, where are you headed in this?
Rune is shedding a tear for his friend running off. Aaron.
How is he speaking to her?
He's got a tear in his eye, but
No. I
it's-
mean, like, how is he speaking to her? Because you're all the way over there. Unless you're not over there.
Oh, he would have started. I'm sorry, he would have started moving towards
Okay.
Yeah. To cut the distance, he'll just use his shadow step to get closer. Not confrontational closer, but
Jesus, does everybody have shadow step?
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Look, it's a trend.
Okay, all
I
right.
started it.
Listen,
That was
all
me.
I'm saying, Ian, the rogue doesn't have shadow step. WTF. Anyway, continue.
So, yeah, Rune appears closer to the Vesperin. Aaron.
She would pause, not turn around, and simply say, "What?"
I wanted to let you know that I never once left anything we cared about unprotected. You may not have seen what I had done, but I always ensured that which was ours, our family, and our home were safe. And I know you never trusted me. You've always questioned my desires, and you're right to. I am a wizard after all. But what happened today? I felt betrayed. That you did something without any of us. Something on your own. Something so roguelike.
Do you know why I always say that I am smarter than you, Broom? Do you want to know why I think you are so stupid?
Tell me, Aaron.
It is because you never ask the right fucking questions. Ask me why, if I think you are so stupid, that I am still here.
You are here because you're one of us.
Ask me
Why?
because I am the idiot who believed you when you said we were family. And you turned your back on me. You had the audacity not to even ask me anything. You left me. And I was alone, and I made choices. Yes. But they are choices I would make again. Because the last thing that I would want is to have you greeted with the bodies of your family on your return. So I will take your anger, but if you can't get off your high horse and have a conversation with me after this fucking apocalypse, then you can kindly go fuck yourself with that horse.
Aaron, from the moment I met you, the moment that I saw you and Sailix connecting, I have done everything I can to protect you and those you care about, to be your friend. All I perceived was spite and trickery. But today I let my I let everything just get to me. I understand. You made choices you had to make. Doing what you thought was best. Just know that I always had the Citadel protected, and you alone with it. This is not to fight you as much as I wanted to walking into this place. As he looks at the dragon, I realize now this is exactly what they wanted us to do. To hate each other. To dislike and spit on the family that we had created. And so with that, Aaron, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not asking. I'm sorry for not meeting your bar.
She would
Ultimately,
turn.
however, I am sorry.
Okay. She would turn very slowly. It is the sooner you realize that you cannot think of everything, that you cannot protect everyone, that every contingency you can possibly make, it only staunches the bleeding. The Triad can enter the Citadel when they choose. That blood proved it. I believe you when you say that you have whatever protections, but if I did not do everything within my power to see that it is protected otherwise, then I would not be able to face myself. I married a woman I don't love solely for the purposes of keeping everything safe. And I thought that the least thing I could do was give her a day where she could be happy. And I couldn't even do that correctly. When I found you that night, I couldn't sleep because, in my dreams, I see the image of, someone who was everything. And, she died. And on my wedding night, instead of being with and thinking of this woman who is very kind and respectable and strong, I was with her. And that is the only time in my life that I have felt unfaithful. And I would have thought that by now, after all that we've been through, after all that we have seen, I have died for you, Rune. I would have thought you would have trusted me, but again, that goes to show what an idiot I am. And she would start walking, looking for Varys.
For what it's worth, Vashprin. I do trust you. And this day, the events of today, this is what happens when family loves each other too much. Even the slights, as illusory as they may be, sting.
You are useful.
We've all sacrificed for each other. Remember that.
You want to be useful. Help me find Varys. He knows more about these gates than any of us. If anyone can help us
We
find
need the
our way out of
keys.
here. What makes you say that?
We are in between gates. Just like what happened in Hunter Gate. Something has caused a bleed between the three, between all of them. I believe the keys may be the answer.
It had to have been the chisel. Because
chisel.
you locked us out. Dorf had to get creative.
Don't blame me. I didn't do it on purpose.
You
You're
can
not
blame
there.
me later.
I'm
You
sorry?
can blame me later. Let's get us out of here and see if we can repair these places.
I'm not leaving until I find Varys.
Varys has a key, so his acquisition is required. Where did you last see him?
Going this way, towards the city.
I'll go find him. I need you to do me a favor and see if you can calm Aghi down. I feel she's not going to listen to anyone except maybe you.
I don't know. When we last spoke, she was not in the mood for words. It seems she has only gotten worse by your blood on her swords.
Don't let this place, don't let what you see poison how you feel. Whatever has happened.
She just gives him a
Forgive.
look of like,
Whatever has happened, forgive and try. We can be super pissed at each other later.
You're the one that wanted to have the conversation in the middle of the burning city.
Agreed. I'll go find Varys.
Alright. Okay. Then I...
With that,
Yes.
Rune will send out his two ravens to also be on the lookout for Varys. Marika is going to be on the lookout for Varys. Corvus is making a beeline as best he can for Sailix.
Corvus making a beeline for Sailix. Okay, now, Vesperin, where are you headed? You're still searching for Varys?
I guess now she's gonna try to find Aghi.
Got it. You move much faster
Uh,
than Aghi and Waldorf. So you'd catch up to them.
okay.
Before you enter, they have a moment, though. They head down south to... the town hall is actually connected to Monument Circle. Just around the bend, there are people in need of help. Some people are aflame. Waldorf, do you treat them? The injured and dying, gathering into the streets to avoid the flames.
I think, yes. I mean, if they're not like actively on fire, if it's like is it like a large grouping of people?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
In need
cast
of a
my Field
triage,
of
but
Life
it's-
spell. So rather than like hands-on kind of start, in medic mode, I'm just going to cast Field of Life underneath everybody.
Describe this spell as you cast it.
Um,
Aghi, you're watching.
I think he kind of gets that at first he's panicked because he sees how many people are wounded and coming out of this, these burning buildings, and but then he gets that like kind of look of calm resolve, and he switches his hammer over to his non-dominant hand and then just kneels down and kind of takes a knee, and as he places his hand on the ground, light spider webs out from his fingertips, and the cobblestones, everything kind of goes into sharp relief and starts to glow with divine energy. People's wounds are quickly soothed, and the chaos kind of dims a bit as people find themselves healed for 1d8 hit points every turn. And it is a
Yeah, well,
sustained
for these
spell.
folk,
Oh,
it's
wait. Up to a minute. Hang on. I think my divine vessel might also be sustained. Hang on, let me check real quick. I
who do you
cast
pray
it, so it
to,
went away.
Dwarf?
Torag. We are going with the
Right.
big boss god. No, divine vessel is not. So yeah, he's this big, massive, like oversized Waldorf. So he is large,
Yeah.
and he is slightly glowing, actually. And yeah, so like it's almost like the glow from his body kind of pools into the ground and spreads out from where he's making contact with the ground.
Yeah. The holy hammer, a symbol of Torag, lights, an engraving along your hammer, and sanctifying the space where the huddled mass gather for the healing of this mountain of a dwarf. You soothe their pain. Peasants on the brink of death. I mean, they're healed. Faces that would be familiar to anyone here except for you. Counselor. Local Wainwright. Greta. You wouldn't know her. She just looks at you sort of glass-eyed. Aghi, you watch as this happens, and Vesper, you arrive, of course, in turn. You hold it to keep them stable, but go ahead, you two.
Okay, so these are all citizens that we see? Or that we know?
There are more, there are far more citizens, but this is enough of a triage to help mitigate the damage. People are bringing other survivors out into the middle of the street, the safety of the open market square, under this shield, this aura of healing.
Okay. So yeah, I guess watching this, like, Vesperin would very carefully approach Aghi. The dragon is powered by hatred, conflict. All of these dark things that we have been feeding it. The wizard thinks that getting the keys together will get us out of this place. You think perhaps you could put a leash on your bloodlust for long enough for all of us to leave. Then you can go off and do whatever it is you are doing.
Oh, sea elf.
I don't warrant a name anymore.
So Augie has just sort of been sitting watching Dwarf as he does this, and she'll push herself to her feet, just sort of brushing past Vespa. And she will swing out at the nearest person to her, just sort of lackadaisically, with her blade.
Can I try to stop it with like a reflex save?
I don't usually do opposed reflex rolls, because that's not in second edition, but I'm gonna do that for this.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you have the jump and you have the so you can make a reflex competing against Augie's initiative. On that order specifically, for an attack. You have a chance to react before the swing.
Can I try to disarm? I don't know what that roll is.
Yes. I believe disarm is, say, athletics.
Okay. Do I just roll athletics or do I roll a weapon?
I think it would be an athletics check. Let's start with athletics, and after to change it, we'll change it, but we'll see what your natural roll is going to be. You can use your weapons reach.
That's not great. I tried.
Aghi, what kind of strike are you going for here? This is your target.
Yeah, so she's just swinging her blade, and just softly. Okay. This is just an illusion, the wizard said. So I don't know why we're wasting our time trying to save them. And she's just trying to take one of their heads off, whoever is nearest to her.
Okay, we'll make an attack roll. If that's the action that's not prevented.
I tried.
Let's see the attack roll before I tell you the result.
I don't have fantasy grounds open.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I'll roll it. You've got.
Crashing.
Here's to hoping this doesn't go terribly. This will trigger standard initiative, I believe. A 41 is a critical hit. Maybe from the perspective of Waldorf, through the time of this conversation, Vespa, you do see, Aghi does not see, but you see coming out from up north, Varys, covered in soot, some ashes, walking over towards this group where he's been instructed to find you to receive healing. But he does stop because when Aghi decapitates Greta, the crowd quickly moves into a panic once again. Waldorf, one of your friends has committed anathema to the god to which you're given power. Chaos ensues within this circle. People scatter. There are two enemies. in this city. Um,
Come on, little dwarf. We're wasting time
Hurry.
here.
The emotions
Waldorf
and the
doesn't really
sensations in this
know
place
how
are
to-
real, and these deeds have power. Power to fuel the thing that is attacking us. You are only making it stronger. What is the purpose? What have you become? What happened to the girl with the garden? The one who wore
Something
the
you
gloves?
guys could not.
The one with the gloves who wanted to heal. Whose wounds would not bleed. Who made a promise to a boy who loved her. Who made a promise to me.
That girl was stupid and couldn't get stuff done.
That girl was kind and brave and stronger than the one before me. Because she's not a slave to her pain. She was the master of it.
Varys approaches further. He's maybe 30 feet away now.
Sea elf.
He's looking for somebody.
Why do you not use my name? You are the one who gave it to me. Or have you forgotten that as well?
Let's say I've forgotten it. Or maybe I've just learned some things along the way and I don't need to know it anymore.
She just
So we're gonna head
looks at
towards this
her-
dragon.
She just looks at Aghi with just such pity. Just if you that look you give a puppy with a broken leg or something like that, that's basically the expression I use. The dragon is not the enemy here. It is all of that hatred within you.
Do not look at me like that.
My daughter is in pain, and it hurts me to see it. You may think that you can hide from it, but it doesn't change anything.
You're good at what you do. I'll give you that. Master manipulator.
Is that what you think? All of those times when I held you as you cried? Those times when you held me? When I shared things with you that I would not talk to with another? I love you, Aghi, and I still do. Please. It is not too late. We can help you.
I don't need help. I just need my shadow.
Him. If he is the one telling you that he is all you need and isolating you from everyone who cares for you, does that not make you ask questions? Does that not make you wonder? when someone tells you that they should be your entire universe, is that not draw some alarms? You are smart, Aghi. You are my daughter. I have taught you many things.
Once again, Zestrix getting in the way of good thinking.
No. Sus-
I also was fooled by Zestrix.
Augie looks like she's about to respond to best friend, but then just sort of turns away almost dismissively as she looks towards Rune.
Hello, Aghi. Again. Or am I talking to Zestrix?
Sorry. Why would you be talking to Zestrix?
Because that shadow...
And she'll take a step back so she can look at both of them. He does not control me. Every decision I have made is my own.
Based on his whispers, no doubt. The master manipulator. The realm of shadow.
That shadow is mine.
Secrets and lies.
You hear a roar above.
Aghi.
Devastation calls from the sky. Dragon circles overhead.
I brought you here because we needed you. We don't need Zestrix, and neither do you. Whatever power you think it gives you, it's just stealing from you. Everything you've loved. Everything you've needed. You found Sailix and Vesperin. You tracked them down on your own. You're the one who stayed.
Everything is a give and take, wizard.
Yeah, and Zestrix only takes. He wants a life he cannot have. And he's willing to lie his way, cheat, to ensure that he gets it. Sailix was able to push him back. And so he went to you, in a moment of great pain. Likely the worst you've ever felt. Now, we are almost all here. And Rune will kneel down, putting his hand to the ground. Waldorf.
Hey.
Are you alright, my friend?
Waldorf is just kind of staring at the corpse, the headless corpse in front of him. Hand still on the ground, still kind of spreading that field of light, and he just a very small shake of his head. Honestly, I don't know a lot. I don't know anymore.
This place is a manifestation of everything that Dahak stands for. Destruction, provocation, hate. We are each feeding into it in our own way.
Right now, he's not the one I'm worried about. And he kind of like
I know.
gives a side eye to Aghi.
Forgiveness. And family needs to win out this day. As his hand touches the ground, energy begins to trace a symbol of, in Celestial, of Sailix. We see right now, the one we've always looked to protect us has decided to go off on his own, thinking that he can take on a dragon because he is a god killer. We can thank Pharasma for that one. Little does he know, this is not necessarily the god he's got to kill. What we do need, however, is all of us here, accepting each other for what we are, or doing our best to help those of us who have strayed.
Aghi, you may not.
Rune will stand and his arms begin to gesture very broadly and loudly, so to speak, as the cawing of ravens can kind of be heard sort of ethereally across the field as he calls out to the Celestials to bring forth the only one Celestial that he cares about at this moment. As he summons Aghi Lavendil as a Celestial himself into this summoning circle. And based on my conversation with our GM, I believe a Sailix, although probably very annoyed, does in fact appear.
Does. Right on the trail of the dragon, but now you're here. Dear Sailix. People have scattered. It's
Aghi
quiet again.
Lavendil. You truly need to stop running off when I'm not done talking to you.
As Rune is talking, Salix kind of walks in front of him and pushes him back. And with a swipe of the scythe, he raises a 20-foot tall barrier of crystal in front of them as the glint of a red dragon can be seen coming towards them.
Dragon
Over the
planning lines up perfectly with the avenue, as if it were preparing a sweep. This scattered crowd, peasants and workers moving along Breach Hill. It's main road, actually, main street. Go ahead.
So, well, can I interrupt for 1 second?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, Vesperin, as this is happening, would just, like, look at Aghi with that familiar, like, smug sort of, you know, stereotypical rogue expression and just say, "You may not believe it, Aghi, and truthfully I do not care if you do or not, but you are my daughter, and I love you, and you don't get to decide that. You just have to deal with it."
Actually, I think I do get to decide that since I picked you at one point in my life.
There's a funny notion about the Unforgotten. We have all somehow picked each other through the course of our lives. For good or ill, we have put up with each other's bullshit day after day.
She gives Rune the biggest side eye.
The number of times I can count that Aghi has wanted to stab me, and only yet, in this place, in front of this dragon, did she do so. Similarly, for all the quiet moments the Vesper and I have had, sharing our thoughts and ideas, this day has brought us to hate each other just a little, contemplating leaving behind that which we have created. And I have given up a lot to ensure that Sailix remembers all that is important. No one shall forget any of us. We are the Unforgotten. We are legendary. I shall not let a dragon or a triad, or my own petty squabbles with those I care about, push me away from any of you. I would much like it if a lot of you would stay. But the choice is yours. If you choose to leave now, I will never summon you again. But if we stay together, we shall finish that which we have charged ourselves to do. And we shall tear down the Triad and all that they stand for, till the very foundations are nothing but ash. And all this destruction you see here will be directed towards them and no one else. So I ask again, please stay. For all of us. For all those we care about. And for all those we've lost. Just stay.
Sailix takes one more cursory glance over his shoulder to see if anybody's moving before he pulls Rune down and kind of turns his back towards the the wall of crystal. He's like, and impact. Before fire cascades over top of it as the dragon closes in.
Sailix, I'm immune to fire.
It's a good show. Shut up.
There.
Are you immune to all fire?
Save magical fire.
Okay. It's enough in this brush because the dragon is just making a tall swoop. You know, I mean, there's no winning. You tried with the mind of this creature, Rune. You don't win this game with the pieces laid as they are. The plan really revolves on Aghi's choice, huh? So this is Aghi's choice. Aghi. Sailix doesn't remember you, or he didn't. But you remember all of these people, to some extent. They're here and they need you. What do you do? You say choice isn't... Yeah.
She just sort of gives this half smile, and will take a step towards Rune and extend her hand.
Rune will
I don't know if my
reach out.
audio is coming through, so.
No, it's coming.
Rune will reach out.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, and she will grasp his hand. For now, I think our goals align.
It's a start. Thank you, Aghi. Now, I believe we have three of the four gates here. Would that be correct? Jewel? Dream? I believe is it Vengegate next?
Dusk.
Dusk. Hunter. Who has access to Hunter?
Sailix tosses Rune the pendant that Monica used to wear.
And Monica comes to the rescue again. My frustration today led to a sequence of events that I believe caused a breakdown between the space between the portals, as Vesperin so adequately described. I believe these four keys are part in righting that wrong. But this is where my guess stops. I'm not sure how to make this work. But if each of you would please hold out your key. As Rune will just have the Huntergate pendant hover there.
Vesperin holds a tablet and seems to just sort of be in this like meditative state.
No. With a hand, the wall disintegrates into crystalline fragments. Sailix rises in the air. I have my moment to kill a dragon. It's now. He takes off towards Dahak.
Not Christ.
Sailix, you still bear my mark. Do you remember your oath? Because if you do, get your ass down here right now.
Pausing for only a moment and looking over his shoulder, Sailix says, I saw in a memory, one time a wizard said, Aghi Lavendil, and he flicks his scythe out again, is power itself, as he takes off towards Doc.
Vesperin gives
I hate to
Rune
break
this
it
look
to
of, this is your fault.
Rune will roll his eyes. Sailix is also a celestial that I have summoned and must come back here now.
Ah, you lie. Do I have to go back? I'll be so mad.
Make me a will save. Make me a will save.
That's fair.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Well, better than a
Make me a will
36,
save.
mate.
You have a hero point, is that correct?
I do.
You should have two.
I'll try one. Why not?
You do have 2.
I just want to attack the dragon. Ah, fuck
I mean, what's
off.
really funny is
Look,
I also have Summon Celestial prepared, so if he gets away from Rune, Waldorf can tag him.
I had a plan too.
You
So
have a hero point left.
I'm not gonna roll better than 36. Whatever. You only get them once, right? Motherfucker!
Oh! So I feel like with that
Locked.
one, not only do you get pulled back, but you get pulled back and have to kneel before him.
Kiss the ring. Kiss it.
Yeah.
You're snagged. Leviathan's extended, hungry, eager, angry. The dragon is returning for another swoop. To be robbed of that. Hold. Sailix, the last 14 years, has broken you. You wanted this moment and somebody stopped you. Aghi, you noticed this as well. That's what Rune did. Hold.
yeah, he's
Sailix, you're stopped, but you don't return. You
made
don't necessarily
Sailix
have
his
to
slave
return, you just go no
almost.
further.
So as Sailix is pulled back down against his will, since I rolled so low, he kind of, with Leviathan still in the scythe form, just kind of like touches down on like bended knee and like bows his head, like unwillingly, like the strain on his body, every vein on his arm, his neck, his whole body is shaking in struggle against this command right now.
Rune does not enforce any sort of kneeling of any kind. You're going to hate me, Sailix, for a time, I know. I did this because I do love you. I will not lose you to this dragon, to this god. The Unforgotten need you as a protector. And having you run off to die now is not going to help that.
So he's struggling. He doesn't want to, like, he's fighting against the command to be here. So he's not very verbal at this moment.
Sailix.
Yeah.
Please, share your key.
With that, still struggling, his hand comes up and just kind of, his fingernails curl into his palm so much that it starts to leak blood. And that is his key.
That is his key. Rune is winging it at this point, and assuming that there is some sort of energy, as I recall, frequency that comes from these keys, allowing them to open the portals. He is attempting to recreate the barriers between portals.
Yeah. Right. The dragon does land as you think this through. Right on the street to where the wall had disintegrated. Landing again, reciting once more. Devastation. Stomp. Provocation. Stomp. And he looks in your direction. To the group. Just the two. Marching ever forward. What do you do?
Sailix is stuck with his head down, so
Hmm.
Rune bows his
Waldorf.
head and sighs.
Vesperin is focused on the Dreamstone and kind of trying to. So she kind of basically saw it as like, again, from her perspective, this started by the terror in Desna's Gate, letting this nightmare incarnation in, which is like anathema to, you know, Desna specifically. So she's kind of trying to think of like, you know, basically just thinking of the real state and imagining like, you know, replacing the nightmare with, you know, the waking dream of like something that is real and beautiful and good, and praying to Desna for the juice to have that happen.
Right.
So that's what she's
Waldorf.
focused on while this thing is happening.
Waldorf is looking around at himself at the headless corpse and the group of crazy people that he has found himself with, and then looks up at this massive dragon that is bearing down on them, and he just starts saying, "No, no." And he looks up at the dragon one last time and says no, and puts himself between the dragon and his friends. He hefts his shield, raises his hammer, closes the visor on his helm. You'll have to get through me to get to them. He has become a wall between the dragon and his friends. They may not be the best, but they've all I've got.
Devastation. Provocation.
Confrontation.
Dragon looks to you.
Preservation.
Alex, I release you.
Sailix. So, real quick.
right.
You've heard of this. I just want to say devastation, provocation, confrontation. Waldorf, what did you say?
Preservation.
Vespa, what did you say?
Hope.
Sailix, you're released. What do you say?
Death.
Rune.
Immortal.
As the dragon forms a beam, everything starts to glow. A bright hue, nearly blinding. One word from each of the unforgotten, all but Aghi. Aghi, what do you say?
she's been just sort of looking down her nose at Sailix, who is kneeling in front of Rune. But we'll look up at the dragon and say, destruction.
Emotions are mixed. A breath of fire erupts from its mouth, but you're protected. It's channeled directly to Waldorf. I'm going to make you a reflex save. You have a hero point. You got a 25 as the beam of fire blasts directly at you. Do you use it?
Yes. And I would also actually like to cast Shield as a reaction.
Okay. "40 on a reflex save. You succeed, and what happens is a symbol of Torag forms. It absorbs the fire, it channels it, and disperses it harmlessly in all directions, mostly up. It's diverted, and from that point, every key, every Ayadara elf gate key begins to glow and hum and radiate the good kind of energy. It's ready to deliver you from this place. Who has keys?
Me.
Sailix.
Rune.
The key to Hunter Gate, who has it?
Rune right now.
Okay. A mockery of Alcetta's ring forms in this town square on the footsteps to the town hall. It's ready to remove you from this place. Aghi, you have a choice here. You start to feel that chill below your feet. This vision is frozen in time now. Something about it is stopped. The theater no longer playing here. But you feel the cold between your toes, pinching at your ankle, biting at your calves. An offer to go somewhere. But when you look up, you see Rune as well. You see your family. They're ready to leave this place. They're headed to the Citadel. With Varys, Sailix, Waldorf, Vespa.
She's waiting for Aghi.
Yeah, same. Rune doesn't go anywhere without looking at Aghi. And actually, he's looking at the Hunter Gate key and at Aghi. I haven't deserved this key.
Come back to me, my queen. Our job is not yet done. I need you. My Reaper.
Do we all hear this?
You do. And you hear the sound of a ballroom dance. Music. Like royalty. That's not Aghi. Yet why is she wearing this dress? Why is Zestrix whispering to her, calling to her?
Aghi,
What do you do?
whatever it's worth.
Aghi takes a step back, but it looks like she's listening for a moment.
Please, come back. We always were. We always are. We always will be better together.
I've been taking care of the garden for you. And still.
She'll like briefly glance at Sailix. Who am I?
Upon hearing the voice, he peers over his shoulder. You're no one to me, because you're his queen, and he took everything. Rune, I forsake these memories. I told you I don't want them. You can have them back.
You bloody
Did he
idiot.
take him or did you give her? Why will you not fight for our daughter?
I have no daughter.
Sailix, don't be a fucking idiot for once in your life. You've lost. You have sacrificed. I get it. I've done the same. The pain you feel?
don't get it, Rune. He took everything. Everything.
So what?
She knows what he took, and she still decides to throw her lot in with him. So what? She slaughtered an innocent person. She attacked you. She is an affront to everything we stand for. Because we knew
You
her.
know as well as I do, that's not her. It's that goddamn brother of yours. And you're gonna let him win over this?
What am I to do, Rune, when I am susceptible to a word that you whisper? I knelt in supplication.
I never asked you to kneel. I asked to
Your-
save you.
Your power. The words you speak have consequences, wizard. Everything
I'm
you
well
do
aware.
ripples out.
You know that better than I do. Zestrix
Don't
took these things, and now you're gonna let him take your daughter. You're
Take.
going to let him win?
She's not mine to give. If she wishes, she can stay.
Yeah, I know. She has every choice to make whatever she wants. All she's asking you to do is recognize who she is.
Vesperin approaches Aghi.
She would just,
Aghi is
Yeah.
sinking into the shadows.
she's going to try to grab Auggie's hands, like, as quickly as she can if she's seeing that. And just like, no, I let you go once, I'm not doing it again. Not like this.
A pull. Vesperin, you feel the floor is sort of opening up. It's more like quicksand. And you've rescued someone from quicksand before. Sometimes it just takes the extra help. If this thing would pull too strong, would you go where she goes? If for a chance to get her to change her mind, this thing starts to eat at
Yeah.
the ground.
Rune grabs or holds on to the other half of the dreamstone that he has and starts pulling at the shadow. Starts reaching out through the nightmare to find Zestrix. Listen here, you insignificant twat. You do not get to steal anyone from me. If you continue to take her and pull her away from this, I will find you. I will tear you down till you are nothing but a speck. Go find someone else to feed your ego on.
Wizard. Augie's voice is coming from somewhere else.
Reappears behind Sailix. She's interrupted that pull with a shadow step. Cleared her from the grip. And that sand, that sinking sand effect of the shadow stagnates.
Yes, Aghi.
I wasn't going to him. And she will attempt to stab Sailix in the back.
All right.
I'm right where I
44 is
want
a
to
hit.
be.
With a wet slash, 23 points of damage into Sailix, right between the wings.
Actually trying to cut one of the wings off.
Well, you're under his shoulder a bit, not under the blade. That cut won't do it, but it's opened the wound for sure. I've rolled initiative. In order, it's Vesper and Rune, Sailix, Dwarf, then Aghi.
Where is what is my character's current status? Like, am I like stuck? Like
No, it was a sinking.
Okay.
It was a hole you weren't sinking into.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're in the ground in a sort of a pit, but you're only 15 feet away from Aghi, or 5 feet from Sailix.
Okay. So can I step out of the pit and then I'm going to use my whip on Aghi
Perfect.
and hope for the best. Oh god. We're so screwed. Oh man. Oh, did you roll it?
I just rolled the will save.
Okay.
Should
Did she make it?
For suggestion, but it didn't hit. It hasn't hit yet. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry.
because I'm trying to
I'll roll
go for
for you.
non-lethal damage. Okay.
We got a critical hit.
Shit. I don't want it. I don't want it
You can
either, though.
Well, it's non-lethal.
Yeah.
It's non-lethal.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Okay. But did the suggestion work or no?
it didn't.
Fuck. Ah, damn it. Okay. And I think I only get the one shot with it, right?
Move, attack. Yeah, for the whip of compliance. Yeah.
Well, okay. I meant with the suggestion spell. Like, that's only a combat? Or can I use it each time I strike?
It's each time.
Okay. I do get one more action because I get a free move. So can I try to trip with the thing?
Yeah.
Okay. What is that roll? I do have Titan Wrestler.
It would be the same attack roll.
Okay.
I'll roll it for you.
Holy shit!
That wouldn't be a critical hit. The AC was miscalculated. I actually don't think it's even a hit.
Oh, really?
Oh no, it is a hit, not a critical.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so can I, like, say she uses it to sort of, like, you know, pull her back, like, Indiana Jones style? And she's just like, stop! Look at what you are doing! This isn't like you!
You out of actions.
Yes.
Rune.
All right. Rune, seeing the patterns that he was used to all out of whack, will invoke hypercognition to try and understand what is pulling at Aghi, or is it this place, or... So at any rate, he gets 6 recall knowledges in the blink of an eye. Any that you would recommend, oh dear GM?
Recall knowledge. What are the clues? What are the pieces here? What does Rune think is happening? We can start from there.
So, Rune personally is convinced that Zestrix is pulling these strings, even if it isn't specifically taking over Aghi. And with Sailix effectively both dismissing Aghi altogether and effectively telling Zestrix to fuck right off, and essentially invoked this rather brutal response. Not to mention, we're in the face of destruction, provocation, and confrontation, the god thereof right here.
Those are great checks.
So we've got religion.
Devastation, provocation.
I think that would be religion, maybe. Arcana. I would even go with occult. Are you good with at least those for a start?
Let's do religion. For Dayhawk.
So, fun fact, because Rune has understood the unifying theory of magic, he gets to roll Arcana for all subsequent other magical world checks.
Perfect. Let's do it.
All right.
Piece it together. You're in the middle of this chaos with hypercognition. You're seeing it all unfold.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Slow motion. 44. This reminds you of everything you've ever learned in your earthly life about the gods. They move in ways, if only to tell stories and to teach lessons. Pharasma did it to your friend. Gozray played the same games. Devastation, provocation, confrontation. This was a laundry list. This was a challenge. This was cat and mouse on what was occurring here. It was a test. What's your next one?
Let's see here. How about occultation, to try and draw the connection between the plane of shadow and the Pharasma representation of Sailix, maybe? He did call himself out as death, after all.
Yeah.
Oof, not as good.
You do have those hero points, though.
No, you
do.
let that
I'll
mystery
use
stay
one.
a mystery. Damn it.
No way. I'm using the hero point on that one.
Use both of them.
Oh, that's way better.
Hey!
Oh, fuck off.
Oh.
Fuck off.
Okay. Sailix rejected Zestrix. He chose a new host. That's obvious. He's chosen Aghi. Some of it is conditional, and some of it must be choice then. She's chosen here, but there's a symbiotic relationship. It isn't that Zestrix is a parasite, it's that they feed off of each other. It wasn't until Sailix confronted his own darkness and his ruin that he could even begin to rip the strings that tied him so closely together with Zestrix. Something's here. Something Augie's not a victim of, but she might be using him as much as he's using her.
So, Rune does firmly believe that the moment that Will died, Sailix got the will to push away from Zestrix at that moment, while Aghi had nothing but unrepentant and raw pain, which is exactly what Zestrix feeds on. I have no idea what check that would be to confirm whether that could be true or not, but that's his working theory right now.
Pain. That's empathy. Would you be happy if I said it's a perception check to sense motive?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm good with that roll. That's a good roll.
She wants something with Zestrix. Something terrifying. The bonds between Sailix and Aghi. They're not strong anymore, but she... It's like she's building something with this entity.
Well, yeah, it's to get at those who murdered the one person she loved. Hysteria, that entire group came from the shadow, which is exactly where Zestrix lies. What better way to get to them than to take control of it?
You have 2 checks left. You get the feeling that this issue is far more complicated than you can make sense of, and it's something that you feel Aghi probably doesn't even comprehend. But you have 2 checks left.
Is there a connection between Zonkathon and Dahak in any way that Rune knows about? Not probably Dahak. Dahak's not a good... Well, let's give it a shot. Fuck it. Why not?
Dayhawk and Zonkathon. So religion, so Arcana.
Alright.
You rolled really well, so I'm going to give you this. You remember something now.
All right.
The last time you saw this vision of Dayhawk, who was there with you?
Reka.
Who else?
What was that?
Who else?
Oh, it was Sailix. It was Reka, Sailix, Rune, and
Monica and the director.
Yeah, Monica. Oh, and the director, of course.
And look, you missed that last. It took you a while there, Rune. It took you a while. What did the director do
Did the director
when he
do?
saw this entity? What
Oh,
did
he
the
just
director
said, "Fuck
do?
off."
No, Rune. Dear wizard, he cast a spell. What spell did he cast?
Can I say
wizard?
it? Can I say it?
We're waiting. Shh.
I want to tell him.
Was it invisibility?
Oh, Rune. Think.
Nope.
Think it is.
It was so long ago.
He did it
I
to you
actually do
too.
not remember.
Once. Go ahead.
You just
Daniel.
did it. It's mind meld, man. He mind melded with it.
Share past.
Oh, share past. Forgot about the share past spell.
That's how it knew your name. This entity, this must have been it. It's a blank canvas, but it knew things. Now, with Zon-Kathon, it's funny, there's no connection here. And yet this calamity. It was a red herring. There's no connection. There seems like there might be, but they're both evil as they are. There's no connection. So, I actually think you have 2 left. That was your 4th.
All right. Oh, jeez. I've got nothing else. I'm tapped.
What
Any
other skills
hints?
do you have?
Oh, yeah, all of them.
This dragon. Your surroundings. Did you make occultism for the environment around you?
No, I did not do the occultism check. Ew. We'll use the other hero point. Why not? Oh, that was right. It happens, I guess.
Bow and supplication.
Oh no.
You have 1 check left.
Rune gets a brain freeze
Shit
for a
hits the fan.
second.
Yeah, he just stops.
Quite literally, it's locking
I
up.
presume occultation is not a viable option for the last roll then.
No.
Okay. So you can replace Arcana with occultism, religion, and nature. So we will cover nature since
You have lore
Reka
politics.
had her part. I do have lore politics.
Interesting.
Is that fine? I will take the hint, GM.
This is your hypercognition, not mine.
That's a good roll.
This is the thoughts coming through your brain. How'd you do on it?
Unless there's godly
You think about-
politics that I'm making that roll for.
No, but this is interesting. That's why it took you so long. This reminds you of the Curse Accord, a treaty 2,000 years ago. Hi, Helm. It ended a 700-year-long civil war. Civil war started when good friends turned on one another. Aghi quite literally has an axe in Sailix's back. She's trying to pop his fucking wing off. Vespern hadn't even finished telling him not to, well, disown her. Waldorf protected you, all of you, just to watch this happen. That shield, is it protecting you from the elements, or is it locking you all in with each other? You thought you were frozen, you see through it. It's a dead giveaway. The dragon halted, stopped, as if you broke time to have this moment. You notice it blinks its eyes, despite its statuesque appearance. You're not out of the toy box yet, Rune. Those challenges, they exist in or outside of this place. The gods don't rule pocket dimensions. They rule everywhere.
All right. So, he will spend. So the hypercognition took one action. Sorry for the long action, everybody. My apologies. All right. Rune can either attempt to paralyze Aghi in order to stop that, or connect to the gate when I'll set his ring to start to fix this. Unfortunately, I think we need Sailix for that to work. So we're going to attempt to paralyze on Aghi.
What's the save?
It's a will save. 36.
She also was tripped, so I don't know if that gives any disadvantages or not.
33. Paralyzed.
So on a oh yeah, yep. She is paralyzed.
Sailix, you have a chance here. What do you do?
What do I do now that everybody has lowered Aghi's AC so much that I could critical hit her with a sneeze?
And she's
Sailix.
literally lying there, paralyzed.
Sailix blinks behind Aghi.
So,
And as he blinks,
hang
Leviathan. No, wait. You had your
Okay.
turn. I'll take mine. Thank you.
on. Okay.
As he blinks, Leviathan drops in front of Rune's feet. Sailix just whispers in the side of Aghi's ear. The memories I have of you, they're too painful. I see that I once loved you. That you were both my lance and my shield. I gave up these memories god of madness would have it no other way. I'm sorry, Aghi. In these memories, I do love you. And because of these memories, I will forgive you. He'll blink back next to Rune, kind of reach out and grab the side of his robe and look down like a scorned child. But I don't want to be here anymore. You've taken my trust, and in a temper tantrum, thrown it away. I'm sorry that I can't be what you need me to be. And he'll tug on Rune's robe, but I just want to go home.
Rune nods. We all need to go home.
Vesperin has just like a couple tears streaming down her face as she like kind of starts untangling Aghi from the thing and just kind of like looks at Sailix and quietly mouths thank you and bows her head a little bit.
Rune will turn to the Vesperin. My friend, your daughter will be fine. Use your key to get out of here. I'm going to go help Sailix. We will be back before too long.
Is there a way to contact you this time?
Rune will hand over will offer, anyway, the Nightmare Stone. Watch over this for me until I get back, please.
She hesitates, but will take it, but it's kind of like touching something that you think is like, like poisonous or
Radioactive.
so like yeah, so she very quickly like wraps it up in a scrap of something.
Is there
Take your daughter home.
I will. But is there a way to reach you wherever it is you are going? The last time it was almost 2 years. And
He smiles.
and the time before that, it was 5. And if Puppy is to believe, it was 10.
He'll do a short whistle, and Mirakai, his other raven, will arrive. Mirakai will stay with you. And he'll actually look at Mirakai. My little friend, we're going to be apart for a bit. Stay with the Vesperin. Watch over her for me. And let me know if anything happens.
Your raven nods. She obeys your command, of course.
Sailix whispers to Rune. Give me a chance. Give me a breath. Let me issue one more warning to our onlooker.
Sailix, I have no
Before
control
we
over you.
depart.
Do as you see fit.
And you open the portal.
Alex. I'm sorry, say one more time.
Go ahead, Danny.
Rune, do you open the portal to head out?
Rune
Prepare it at least.
prepares to open a portal, allowing Sailix to do whatever he's doing. Yeah.
Sailix, go ahead. As this manifestation of
Sailix-
Dayhawk sort of circles in the shadow, night, dark, fiery red eyes glowing in the gloom.
Sailix brightens his halo out to its max extent as he looks at Dahak and, kicking Leviathan up with his foot, transform it into a lance as he points it towards the dragon. I will not be manipulated, dragon. I have one god to kill. And if this is what you think you'll do to my town, the Unforgotten's town, then I'll cash it in. All on you. And then when I take your decapitated head and throw it in front of Vaz, what do you think her reaction will be? Don't answer that. Because I don't care. Get out of my town, you piece of shit. Next time, there won't be a wizard to call me back down from slaying you. And Sailix will walk into the portal.
Before Rune follows, he'll look over to Dorf. Waldorf. The Unforgotten are under your protection. Thank you, my friend.
It's really well done. It is glad to
Wait,
see
you're
you.
not- You're not leaving without me, are you?
This time, yeah. Don't worry, mate. We'll be back. I need you to watch over the castle.
Just kind of nods.
Protect our family.
Come with me, Dorf. I can tell you what I have done with Sagarak.
So be it.
There's a lot of
Waldorf
people
does
who
not
have
look
missed you.
pleased about this decision, but he is going to cooperate.
Without too much of a second thought, he'll nod to the Vesperin and give a sad look down at Aghi, but a bit of a hopeful smile and walk through the gate.
Well, wait, before he does,
Oh, yeah.
as Vesperin's like picking up Aghi, she will look at Rune and be like,
I am once again trusting you with part of my heart.
Oh.
Hopefully
trust you
this
too,
time will
V.
go better than the last.
I think we're on better ground.
May it does not bless you with pleasant dreams going forward.
Take care, Aaron. We'll see you soon.
Come on, Dorf. Let us go.
Stomp, 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 stomp.
Each your own key. Find your way. To everybody, this conclusion, this resolution falls into place in a different way. Rune, it's a eureka moment. It's an epiphany. And that's how it would feel. Vesperin, it would feel like the last tumbler falling into place, kicked up allowing the turn of a lock. You've solved this puzzle. To Aghi, to Sailix, it's like you slayed this beast. Waldorf, your friends are alive, and that's what matters to you. The vision dissolves. The keys you possess will be the gates you enter along into. With the exception of Rune and Sailix, Rune, you're at the control. There, wherever you need to go with him. To make him better, you may.
There is a
Aghi,
place that Sailix found very
Yeah?
peaceful once.
Oh, don't do this to me.
It is full of memories that he desperately needs.
No, you stop right the fuck now.
where are we going?
There is a mountaintop with a very peaceful garden. A moment. A moment that Sailix found some calm. Rune will be taking him there.
I murdered a whole nation.
Now, yeah. That piece, that place, that pocket of calm. Are we talking about the mountaintop itself in its physical form? What he made of it in Tiansha?
No,
talking
we're
about
talking
Kellen's
about the
piece.
place that Kellen made. The
Yeah.
actual moment.
Okay.
You bitch.
It'll exist in that moment. Now, Vesperin, Aghi, Waldorf, you have an opportunity here as you return away from the chaos and the danger. This test, this breaking, that the god of destruction put to you. This vision. You can go to the Dreams Gate if you'd like, or you can use Waldorf's key. You've not been there.
Can we go back to the Citadel?
You could. I'll set his ring. It's right there.
Unless Dorf has a good idea. I don't know.
No, that was my thought too, was to
Yeah.
go back to the Citadel.
Because I feel like going into a new place before we've sorted out Aghi is probably not a good idea.
Oh, Dorf doesn't trust
Yeah.
Aghi as far as he could throw her right now.
Yeah.
Waldorf
Fair.
is not okay with Aghi right now. As far as he's concerned, because if Rune didn't paralyze her, I was gonna daze her or do something else. So yeah, no. As far as Waldorf is concerned, Aghi is a prisoner.
Tracks. Now you arrive at Elsetta's ring. Underneath the Citadel, the headquarters, once upon a time. And maybe the headquarters yet. The Vesperin. With your daughter, Aghi. Waldorf, the protector, but maybe not a guardian so much as a sentinel or, I don't know, a pair of eyes on the situation, the dangers present. Because he's without Rune and Sailix. Rune and Sailix are exploring Sailix's mind, among other things. In a moment, the memories he continues to reject. Vesperin,
Dolph,
go ahead.
that light that you had, I could feel it, you know. It was powerful and moving. And I know you may not wish to hear this or want to believe it, but if you have it within you, I think your light might help banish the darkness within my daughter. She could use the everything that we have. And if there was any part of you that cared for her, as you fought side by side, as she shed blood for you, as she healed you, I would ask that you remember that and help me with what we are going to do.
Hey, lass. If anyone believes in redemption, it's me. Now, I don't trust her as far as I can picture right now, but if I can come back from the dark places that held me, I'm certain that we can get her back from wherever she's been. I'll do whatever I can.
You have hope.
Oh,
All I ask is that you
sometimes
have hope.
hope is all we have.
More powerful a force than can be imagined. And also, Ian, is Varys here? Or did he get like?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, like she would kind of give him a nod and be like, "I am counting on you too."
Looking around, scanning his own skin, flesh, making sure everything's okay. He's been really through a loop now. He's experienced the dreams, but that was a vision. That was prophetic apocalypse. He wasn't ready to experience, and yet he's here and everything's fine again, just as it fell apart. There's calm once more. But he doesn't know what to say.
She would put Aghi down gently, like on a table or something, and just kind of like walk over to him and you know, just very quietly give him like a soft embrace and just gently whisper, "I know it was not okay, but it will be. And I need you to believe that, okay? And I have not let you down yet, and I will not."
Okay.
We will find our way through this. We have found our way through worse.
Okay. Lost in thought. But first thing he does is he makes way for the garden. There's a plaque. Something Will had made. But next to it, one Varys had made, it says this: is where we cultivate peace. It's vibrant thanks to him. He's tended to it in his spare time, along with Rune's father. We're going to fade from there. There's a lot of work to be done between the Vesperian and Aghi. They haven't seen each other in quite a long time. But in a moment between Sailix and Rune, we try to capture what's going on. Kellen's moment. Kellen's peace, as Sailix would call it. A snow-covered veil, high up in the mountains. Rather. It's cold, but it's calm. Heat from natural springs warms the area. Puddles, babbling brooks about the loudest part of the otherwise silent, calm, serene oasis. The leaves are falling, vibrant orange hues. As they fall, they land in puddles and sort of just drift along. Sailix, what do you do here?
Upon getting to here, he just kind of stumbles, clutching the sides of his head. Like, no, 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 no. I intruded. I intruded. I intruded. I intruded. It was Rune, we have to go. No, 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 no.
Rune will kneel down. Sailix, you wanted to come home.
This isn't home. And Sailix kind of tries to claw up the front of his robes, trying to pull himself up. This isn't home. We have to go. Take me back to your home. I intruded here. I intruded. We have to go. This isn't home.
He loved you. He knew what you would do.
Rune, you do notice behind him blood all over the floor. We've since cleaned up Kellen's likeness here, but certainly it carves a shape. It's your crest. A raven. And when he keeps saying, I intruded, I intruded, I intruded, the letters, they appear along the sigil. I intruded. And every time he says it, they shift. Sailix, you don't stop saying it, do you?
No.
Every time they shift, they bump inches, maybe a full foot. They rearrange themselves. The letters, I intruded, I-N-T-R-U-D-E-D. Rearranges Rune did it. And you look around the trees, everywhere you look. Those symbols again, like the spires and the maelstrom. Your calling card, dear wizard. Rune did it. That's where we're going to end off tonight, guys.
All right.
So,
Jab me in the eye.
touche, motherfucker.
when you learn, your actions have consequences. We learned like a year ago. I don't know why I'm still doing this. It's just
Sick pleasure.
It's pretty great. I guess
sadistic
Hey,
pleasure.
no kink shaming.
No kink shaming, but what is that, Ian?
So no.
Really?
What I pictured there what I picture there is like that Kill Bill moment where Bill just like looks at the bride as he puts the bullet in her head, and it's just like, I need you to understand this is me at my most masochistic. Like, that's Ian. That's Ian right there.
Every game.
Fair.
Every game.
Yeah.
Every game.
Little bit. Just a little bit. I'm really here for the suffering, guys. But anyway,
Yeah, sure.
I hope you enjoyed watching these people struggle with their past and trying to survive the dragon that turned out to be like the Moby Dick of dragons. I had an absolute blast with it. We also did not slay this dragon, so that's great for me.
We defeated it with the power of friendship.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
I mean,
Perfect.
And familial dysfunction.
I stand down there.
Is there a method to the madness? All right. Well, let's do our outros. Let's say briefly, like, what the fuck your character is gonna do right now, or like at like now, just in general. Having done, I think everyone attacked each other once at some point this game, and that was great. That was good. That
I
was
didn't
wonderful.
attack anybody.
But
Well, that's true.
that is true. You
That's
did
true.
protect. You are wonderful, and we
Waldorf.
appreciate you, Waldorf.
Waldorf.
Sailix didn't fight Rune.
Yeah, Vesper didn't
I
quite
almost
hurt
slapped
either.
Salix at one point in time.
Well, Vesper and Rune had a
So, I came
moment.
close.
They had a little thing, but it wasn't like
Yeah,
physical.
but she
True.
wasn't gonna attack him.
She attacked the shit out of Sailix's pants.
I mean, listen, you're better off without those pants anyway. Rune would agree.
Fair.
There's this whole shipping thing that ever so slightly gets teased around between Rune and Sailix.
Well, and we finally got
Every
the
time.
kiss, so you're
We
not
did!
helping.
A shipping.
You got a kiss. You got a kiss.
Listen,
Sorry,
Hey, that's
I'm
the
gonna
number
I don't
two.
know,
back that
is
up
it-
to FedEx.
people
and
are
ship.
shipping your
Technically, yeah, that's number
characters?
2. Rune was the one that gave the
Yeah.
first
Wow.
kiss.
Right.
who just put a focus on your two nameplates? That's crazy.
Mhm.
Oh man. All right. Well, let's.
All right, these outros.
Right.
Yeah, these
do them.
outros with individual thoughts.
Yeah.
So, because I want to know who's murdering who. So let's start with Sailix.
Hi guys, I'm Sailix. I played, or I'm Daniel. I played Sailix Lavendil tonight. I'm Sailix playing Daniel. It all makes sense now. No, but I played Sailix Lavendil tonight, and it was great. Funny enough, the craziest among all of us is probably not going to kill anybody in the next few moments anyway, because he is struggling to comprehend reality in the situation we left off in. So there's that. But I want to say, if you enjoyed tonight's episode, come check it out on YouTube. It'll be up in 1 week's time, where you can watch all of the fun shenanigans happen over again. And if you do like watching TTRPGs on stream, I am in a 3-part episode called for a game called Defiant that the last episode plays next Friday. So come out and check us then. It's bound to be a good one. So yeah, hope to see you guys then.
It is great cast, great GM. I say that because I'm schmoozing Daniel and one of our viewers and my own self, because I have an inflatable ego that can adapt to whatever size I need it at any given time. But James.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I am James. Yeah, I would say that as far as like final things for Waldorf at the moment, he is just kind of finding his faith again, and Torag has completely kind of shown up for him a couple times over the last few sessions. So he is going to try something that he probably hasn't tried in quite some time, and he is praying over Aghi for some divine guidance to see if there's a way to like redeem her, or if maybe she's cursed somehow.
Yes.
He is
All right, Batman.
seeking divine.
Yes.
He is seeking divine guidance for how to help Aghi right now. But as for me, like I said, I am James. You can find me on Twitter at JamesRGlass. You can find me here every Sunday playing with these guys. And as always, don't forget to check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/pennyforatale. And yeah, hope I get to see y'all next week.
Yay!
All right. Perfect timing. Our rogue sweeps in. The
Hi,
Vesperin. Jen.
Hello. I am Jen. I played the Vesperin / Erin. You can find me on the internet as Savage Sparrow. SavageSparrow.com is my super amazing website where I design really cool, nerdy apparel and accessories. Top of which, I did the artwork for an amazing book that is on Kickstarter right now called Mora. It is a cinematic gaming system. You can watch it in action on the Penny for a Tale channel, Weave the Tale, where they just finished off or are finishing the actual play. So definitely check that out. It is on Kickstarter. We are like $240 away from being fully funded. So please,
99%
check that
funded.
out. Yeah, it's so good. So please help us push that over the edge. It's such a great system. And then the other thing is coming soon to Kickstarter, I believe, next week, is the RPG that the Penny crew has poured our hearts and souls into, called Necrobiotic. You can go to Kickstarter and like it, and then you'll be notified when it launches. That is another really awesome system, very dystopian and cool. So yeah, those are our exciting projects.
Right, Sam.
Hey guys, I am Sam. My arm is dying from holding my phone because my internet has decided to be really dumb today. So, Augie has no clue what's going on right now because it cut out at my epic moment. But yeah, I think she's fine. Everything is great, and yeah, everything will be very cool there. I don't know why Dwarf thinks train over her is gonna do anything, or why it needs to happen. But I'm sure it's fine.
It'll make
Other
stuff
than
happen.
that, yeah. Thanks, Dwarf. This is good gesture.
Trying to save your soul, girl.
Next week. Necrobiotic will be launching on Wednesday, coming up. So we are super excited about that. Other than that, our schedule, we have Tuesday and Thursday with our D&D 5e campaign with Fable Forge. Not this Friday, but the following Friday, we will return with Friday Night Frights with Call of Cthulhu with Staffen. And then we are on Weave the Tale going to be running some one-shots before next season starts. So make sure you look out for those casting calls, which we'll be posting on Twitter and Discord soon, because we have a good lineup next season coming up for you guys. It'll be fun.
Right. Last but not least. So I say this a lot, and it's not just something that I say, but I really screw this wizard over. And I think this is maybe like the 11th session in a row where I've just written it in against him. But Mr. Smith, as our dear wizard,
Hello,
did it.
I'm Mr. Smith. Our dear wizard is looking at this scrawling on the wall, now officially accepting the fact that the universe is convinced that it's the wizard's fault. And I mean, at this point, all he can really do is just keep getting more power and giving the universe a big middle finger. I mean,
Okay.
that's really, that's sort of, he's like, all right, I did
Okay.
it. Fine. I will do it all. I'm good with that.
Okay. All right. See, and
We'll
this
make
is
this
why
a
I
thing.
keep doing it, because the wizard
You
keeps
want me to
upping
be
the
bad
ante.
guy? Fine.
Yeah, it's
keeps
the
calling
escalation
it.
problem, right? But yes, I am Dr. Mr. Smith. I play Rune Ravenswood. I will in fact not be here next week because Dr. Mrs. Smith and I will be celebrating 20 years knowing each other. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal for us, given the length we have known each other and been together. It's so we're going to have a lot of whiskey, likely a fire pit, and be off in the middle of the woods nowhere.
Nice.
So yeah. So that's where I will be next week. All that said, tonight was amazing. I want to give mad props to our very own Sam for two distinct reasons. Three distinct reasons. Reasons A, that trailer that you may have seen at the beginning of our episode, that was her.
Hell yeah.
Playing it again.
Top-notch work every damn time. Can we just comment on the outfit and the makeup tonight? Like, just
Great.
Aghi, just Aghi,
Swoon.
right?
It's
Right?
Aghi.
And then to top it all off, channeling that just hatred and love for the family that just pulled her out of what she wanted to do. Like the RP, so good. So yes, big props to Sam. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I am thrilled that you've been hopping on our family train here. Jen, the little confrontation between Rune and Vesperin, not at all how I had seen it happening throughout the week. And you have Ian to thank for that, because he went and changed the game board this evening up on what was actually happening, which completely changed Rune's perspective. So, yeah. And if you have questions about that, we can totally talk about it later. Maybe on a short rest episode.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Maybe on a short rest episode.
I'm so down for short rest.
Yeah. Daniel, I mean, the Rune Sailix, that's been a fantastic ride. Like, I really feel every scene that we role play, like,
Ship it.
you really bring it, man.
Ship.
A game every time. Thank you so much. And James, dear Waldorf, ever the silent protector of our little party, thank you so much for doing your best to be the good, proper dwarf and keep us all grounded. Thank you. Now, all of my thank yous aside, I hope everyone enjoyed this evening. If you did, definitely give us a little like, perhaps a little follow, and if you are so inclined, a subscription, because supporting us makes this production even better. Really gets our A game going to like maybe AA, AAA. We could be movie quality in a year or less. So keep that in mind, right? At any rate,
Do it.
do give us a look, do give us a follow, check to see the rest of our episodes, and don't hesitate if you have questions about the game. Like, we had some good chats going on. Always ask questions. We'll do our best to answer. We love interacting with you guys. But thank you so much. I'm going to shut up now and give it over to our illustrious GM for as much shit as I give him. I wholly appreciate his game. It has been a ton of fun.
It's not going anywhere. You're not getting out of it that early. All right. Well, that's what I've got for tonight. I'm going to play our fantastic intro video once again because we'll be using it for the rest of Book 5, which we've only just begun. Thank you again so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
The jungle, Kintargo, Kovlar. Everywhere the Triad has popped up, they have fallen. They won't win.
You're right. They'll never win. We've given them no quarter, forced them back into hiding at each turn, back into their holes. Where do they hide now?
Along the Golden Road. Coin may ensure their safety and buy them some time. No amount of gold will protect them from us.
Us. Together. Beating death, breaking curses, and always finding our way. We'll find them. And then they'll know it's over.
So run all you like. There is no fortress, no keep that will protect you, no army or force that will stop us. No matter how long it takes, we will find you, and we will destroy you. We are the unforgotten. We are eternal.